Today on MOE'S Toy Room, we're going to unbox from NECA and Real Toys in their Universal Monster line. Here is the black and white version of Frankenstein. Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of MOE'S Toy Room, coming from my room to yours. And today we're going to unbox and review from NECA and Real Toys in their Universal Monster line. Here is Victor Frankenstein's monster, Frankenstein. You can see him here. This is the black and white version. We have been treated already to a full colored version of this figure earlier in the year. This is the latest installment. You can see right there, this is one of the classic poster variants that they've had from the 1931 black and white movie of Frankenstein. The monster was played by Boris Karloff. So back in the day, this was horror. This was their version of Freddy. This was their version of Scream. This is their version of Jason Voorhees. In 1931, this monster was completely terrifying. So let's look through this front door flap right here. You can see the monster of Frankenstein, Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein right there in action figure form is how he could look if you have the right diorama right behind him. Let me see if I could get a better shot right there of the, is there a lot of glare on that, son? Of the monster Frankenstein as he is kicking back behind his window of pain, locked in his plastic prison, just getting to be released very soon here on the horror movie section of MOE'S Toy Room. You can see he brings Shackles, he brings daisies. We're going to go into that story right there. He also brings interchangeable hands, and he brings interchangeable heads. For that way, if you want different expressions that Frankenstein made during the movie of the black and white classic, you can get it there. Let's look at the side of that box right there. You can see more of that poster art of this monster right here as he's looking really, really cool. You turn it all the way around, you can see more scenes as how he could look, how you could pose him, things that you could do more with this Frankenstein right there. There's a lot more of these Universal monsters coming out that NECA is going to be releasing in the future. They already have on pre-order, they have the Wolfman, they have the Mummy on pre-order, and right now they're showing little teasers for Dracula that was played by Bela Lugosi back in the day. So let's see how that all turns out. We will see with that. All right, folks, so what we are going to do is we're going to save some time by taking them out of the package, and we're going to be right back and review them and compare them to the colored version and a few other monsters that we have here at MOE'S Toy Room. Right, folks, first off, let's do a tail of the tape. This Frankenstein is tipping in close to 8 inches tall. Okay, around there, which comes out to, he's kind of around 20¼ centimeters, maybe, from the bottom of the foot to the top of the head. You can see there. He tends to bring a kind of a little diorama with them with the staircase. Is that the right way right there? Yeah. As to where you would see him coming out of that back room there, walking down the stairs in Frankenstein's castle. I believe this might be the opener as to when he first starts walking around before he escapes. I don't know how good you could see that. Then he also brings some alternate hands. You can see them right there. These would be more that he would grab you by the neck with, not knowing. And the funny thing is, even though in these days, in the days of 1931, okay, Boris Karloff was born in the late 1800s, just to show you how old this movie is. He was the actor that played him. But just to show you as to how good this movie was in those days, man, they put a whole lot of detail in this. See that hinge right there? All of them work really good. Okay, I like the black fingertips. I like the way that he looks morbid, corpsed. It's just nice the way that the paintwork just goes all up. But as I was saying, back in the day, people were afraid of this monster. And when he came out, people were doing everything from running out of theaters to can't believe what they just saw. It's one of those things, right? And the problem here is people kept returning because they tended to feel sorry for the Frankenstein's monster. And here's two other alternate hands. This would be the hand right here that he would use to hold the daisies. You can see the fingertips right there. That would be the one that he would be having a little tea party with the little girl. We'll get more into that. But yeah, this looks good. The hinges all work good on these. Okay. And here's another one right here where he's probably touching some flowers and everything else for the first time. But anyway, people kind of felt sorry because of the fact that he wasn't made to be a killer. He was more of trying to build somebody and bring them back to life and hopefully turn them human form. But instead, it went completely opposite. And the monster was just misunderstood. So it was just one of those things. So where you kind of wanted to see him get hunted down, but then on the other hand, you felt compassion for the monster. And here's those daisies I was telling you about. They included a set of two right here. Well, two daisies and then one single. This is the same stuff, same exact stuff that the colored version of this monster brung, which I have reviewed already. Here's his shackles. They are very realistic looking. They also open and close. No, these ones don't open and close. You have to take his hands off, and I will show you that in a bit, and then put these ones on. So for instance, you would have to pull off his hand and then put it on, and then put his hand back on. Okay, and you would have to do it with the other as well to connect them. But he also brings an alternate head, which has a smirk on it. It's funny. He tends to, is this the one where he has a smirk. He kind of wants to laugh, but he doesn't understand fully as to what really is going on. You can see that there. And then this is one that just cracks me up right here. This one. It looks like he's just having a time of his life. This would be one where he's learning to drink tea and everything with the little girl. That's a huge scene because that's one of the scenes that made him the monster, and where they were just starting to track him down. All right, folks. So what I was saying with these daisies, let's go back to the daisies first before I do the full review. There's a part with the daisies where he ends up like around kind of like a lake, and there was a little girl there playing, and she's having her own tea party. She sees him come out. He does not know the differences to anything, so she invites him over. He sits down, has tea with her, and he's just having fun. And then the little girl starts to pull daisies off and all that, and throwing stuff inside the lake. And so they were both laughing. Frankenstein got carried away, picks her up, grabs her and throws her in the lake, not realizing that she can't swim or anything, and she's tending to drown, and he freaks out and runs off. So that's where a lot of it started. But yeah, if you've never seen it, I don't want to be a spoiler. You can check it out for yourself. But anyway, folks, let's do a review of this thing. I'll go ahead and review them with the chain right there. It's all good. All right, you could see the face structure as to how he looks. Really nice. Let's give him a quick turn. If you did not see my review of the colored version of this, it's just one of those things. NECA went all out, and right now with Halloween Horror Nights being, and with Halloween season coming, just being right around the corner, if you like horror or you like Universal Monsters, this might be the channel for you, because I love anything to do with horror or Universal Monsters. We have, I don't know how many films on DVD and VHS from 1919, from the original Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, through that was, and the also the Lon Chaney version of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, the Phantom of the Opera with Lon Chaney, and then you would have the Universal Monsters come out with Frankenstein, who was Boris Karloff. You have Lon Chaney Jr., who played the Wolfman, and then you have Boris Karloff, who also played the Mummy. You have Dracula, who was played by Bela Lugosi, and who was also in the original movie White Zombie. So, and Bela Lugosi meets the Brooklyn Gorilla, and it just goes on and on. You have also the Bride of Frankenstein, which also came out slightly after this one. So if you like a lot of stuff like that, Freddy, Jason, everything else, please do so. Subscribe to this channel as soon as you can, because we have something planned here for Halloween time, for the month of October, late September. Our whole backdrop behind us is going to change, and we are going to do a lot of unboxings. We're going to go to a lot of places too that involve Halloween, so be on the lookout for that. So it's about this guy. Let's do this right here, this review. Head goes down real good. You need him closer there, son? Move this aside. Sorry that I kept rambling, folks. Right there's good. Head looks up real good. Wow, that is nice. Just in the days watching some planes go by, right? Hits that Michael Myers. Ooh, excellent. His head feels like it did come off. Look, the ball joint. Okay. There you go. Now it's on. I was like, why is it working so good? Spins all the way around. Hits that Linda Blair, obviously, from The Exorcist. Arms do go up. Very nice. Almost hits about 90 right there. No butterfly cup joint amongst. If you're wondering if this is one piece, it is not. His upper garment right here is just a softer plastic, vinyl kind of. Goes all the way, and it goes down to the trunk area, which is the same material, but it all looks like one. Okay, but it's very soft. Okay, so let's look here. No butterfly cup joint. And then as far as joints, he has a single joint in the elbow, and he might have some swivel. He does. He has swivel amongst that elbow. Okay, and he's exactly the same as the colored version. Everything works. Okay, same as the other arm. Everything is the same. You're wondering, does it go all the way around? Yes, it does. Very easily. Okay, and hand movement real good. All right, and then if you can see right here, right below his chest, you can't really grab a hold of it because all this covers it and kind of restrains it. But what I can get is I can get that waist swivel at the waist, and it feels like he has one right below his chest right there also, which allows him to get the ab crunch. So that tells me that there's one there. Okay, but they got it so hid with this garment that you're not able to see it. Has really good hip movement. His hips don't lie. You can see that Anderson Silva kick. That's about what you're going to get there. Bruce Lee kick. That's about what you're going to get there. Okay, and then he has swivel amongst the knees, right below his thigh area, on both legs. Okay, and then he has a single hinge joint You can see that hinge right there for the knee area, which allows him to only move about yay. Okay. Remember, your figure, when you first get him out of the box, is going to be a little stiff. So don't be alarmed with that. Okay. So then we're going to look right here. He does have some slight tilt rocker depending on where you have that one hinge ball joint right down there. Okay. It does work real good. And then not really much down up movement for either foot. It's very stiff. So yeah, I'm not going to fight with that one. But it's just so weird because this monster looked larger than life. And in reality wise, Boris Karloff is only like 5'11" tall. But because of the big platforms, that's how he looks. All right, folks, so let's do a comparison right here. You can see him right there. Here is the colored version of Frankenstein's monster, Frankenstein. You can see the two. They are exactly the same. Bring the same things except for this one's color and this one's not. And the box art is completely different. So be on the lookout for that. And they're both available now at Target. That's where we picked this one up at. And actually I got the colored one at Walmart, and I got the black and white at Target. I just found them. Well, I've had this one, but I found this one this week. So a lot of people are starting to find them there. And he markets for roughly around $29.99 US at Target. So be on the lookout for that. And here he is next to the Mego Frankenstein. Okay, we'll move him over there. And then you can see scale wise. And then we're going to do the Mego Bride of Frankenstein, who has her own haunted house at Universal Studios right now. Bride of Frankenstein lives. So hopefully we could take a trip there during Halloween time and film that. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Okay. So you got the two of them there. And then let's move him a little over here. Let's see how he looks next to the very brand new Friday the 13th. The New Blood Jason, which also just got released. I did a video on that. You can check that out in the monster area of my library. And then let's look at him side by side scale wise versus one of the Predators as to how he could look. All right, folks, so that's it for my review. Please, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, we have a lot coming for Halloween, and we're going to do a lot of things here on this channel. Please do so and feel free to subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications so that way you know when your next big video of your favorite monster appears. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at MOE'S Toys. That's MOE'S, MOE'S Toys on Instagram. We're also on TikTok. So head over to MOE'S Toy Room on TikTok, and there we are. We're also on Reddit, which I am having a ton of problems with. As a matter of fact, the horror movie section of Reddit has officially banned me for trying to post stuff promoting my channel here at MOE'S Toy Room, which I have a lot of cool stuff here. And I felt that it would have been only fitting for their channel over at Reddit. But they have permanently banned me, but the action figure area has not. The toy review area has not. And I am on the edge, very edge of being fully banned from McFarlane Toys because of the fact that they don't want you promoting anything to do with YouTube or anything like that. That is my guess. So, hey, we are there, MOE'S Toy Room. So check us out there, as you know, for whatever time we have left. But you can guarantee that this train is not going to slow down anytime soon. We're going to keep just huffing and puffing, going through this whole thing, just shooting on down the road, going all over the place here at MOE'S Toy Room. So just stick with us, and you're going to be very satisfied that you did. So, all right, folks. So from MOE'S Toy Room to yours, good night, everyone.